Welcome back to our series. Today, we step into Proverbs chapter 21. This chapter serves as a profound manual for navigating a world that often values power over character and ritual over righteousness. Solomon reveals that while humans may plan their course, the Lord is the one who weighs the heart and grants the final victory. Let's discover how this ancient skill for living applies to our modern struggles and leadership. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he will. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. Solomon begins with the ultimate position of human power, the king. Yet, he asserts that even the most powerful human will is subordinate to God's governance. Just as a farmer directs irrigation channels, the Lord directs the internal motivations of rulers to fulfill his purposes. In the ancient world, the king's word was law. Today, we often look to global CEOs or political leaders as the masters of our fate. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1 offers a humbling corrective, reminding us that no human plan can succeed against the Lord's ultimate purposes. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do righteousness and justice is desired by the Lord more than sacrifice. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 2-3. Solomon highlights the danger of self-deception. Humans are prone to reality rejection, justifying their own paths as right. God, however, is the master of reality, who weighs the interior heart. He prioritizes ethical behavior, righteousness and justice, over external religious rituals or sacrifices. Ancient Israel relied on a complex sacrificial system. Today we may substitute genuine integrity with public displays of virtue signaling or religious routine. Solomon teaches that our ethical choices are the true measure of our worship. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the lamp of the wicked, are sin. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 4. Pride is described as the lamp, or the guiding vision of the wicked. Haughtiness is not merely an attitude. It is a fundamental rejection of God's order that leads to inevitable ruin. We live in a culture of personal branding, where an inflated ego is often mistaken for confidence. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 4 warns that this pride acts as a false light, leading a person into the snares of death rather than true enlightenment. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to want. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. Solomon presents a tripartite logic regarding work. The virtuous mean is diligence, situated between laziness and reckless haste. Haste is an excess of speed that bypasses the fear of the Lord and results in professional and personal ruin. Modern hustle culture celebrates getting rich in haste. Solomon counters this narrative, asserting that a, quote, blameless walk involving patient planning is more stable than success built on shortcuts. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a snare of death. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 6. Riches gained through deceit are described as a fleeting vapor. They appear for a moment but have no staying power. Solomon warns that wealth without righteousness is a strong city only in the imagination. Present-day consumerism often hides the invisible costs of ill-gotten gain. Solomon reminds us that we are not as in control of our resources as we believe, and stolen water eventually turns to gravel. Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 23. Wisdom requires the skill of the closed lip. Guiding one's speech is a moral guard that prevents the sin disgrace associated with malicious gossip or rumors. In an era of instant online reactions, we are often encouraged to give full vent to our rage. Proverbs calls us to the cool spirit of restraint, recognizing that our words reveal our hearts and can become a snare to the soul. No wisdom, no understanding, no counsel can avail against the Lord. The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 30-31. The chapter concludes with a declaration of divine dependency. Humans must do their part, making the horse ready, but the outcome remains in God's sovereign control. It is folly to trust in human ingenuity alone. We often rely on technology or expert coalitions to secure our future. Solomon offers a spiritual grammar for living. True security is found only in submission to the Creator, which provides a resilience that allows us to smile at the future. Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life, righteousness, and honor. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21. Proverbs chapter 21 tells us that integrity is worth more than a strong city. It promises that if we choose righteousness over ritual and diligence over haste, our path will be one of life indeed. Which area of your life needs the fear of the Lord as an anchor today? Subscribe and join us next time as we explore the good name of chapter 22.